Wheat should be live now. Cool. Cool beans. Cool. Just gonna do one of these things. I'll do one of these things. Cool beans. The beans are in effect pretty cool. Let's get ready for some keyboard chores. Oof. Mr. Nathan Kim in the chat. Gonna have a good and a third camera. You know it. You know it. Gotta get all the angles going on. Actually, what I want to do is I want to have a over shoulder camera, this side camera, face camera, and top camera, and I want to set up the scenes where on my macro pad I can switch off depending on what I'm doing to give people a different view. Nah, dude, you got the quality camera though, the quality overheating camera that we all love. Thank you, Connor J. Smith. I'm a real big fan of this board. Sorry if it's really loud. I'll probably switch off when I'm doing my keyboard chores, just so if I do need to type, it won't be super loud. Hey, Lunar Sama, good to see you here. Some music on. Hopefully it won't be too loud for y'all, and we can get started pretty soon. So I'm pretty excited. I am in fact wearing a work shirt. I doing this straight from work because that's what the real OGs do. This is what I got today. Be right back. I'm gonna grab something. So BRB. Okay, hi friends. I'm back. Hope everyone's doing hunky-dory, good in the hood. Just had to grab some good old H2O. Always got to make sure you guys stay hydrated. You know what I'm saying? It's Wednesday, my dudes. How's everyone doing? I'm gonna be social media savvy and post shit places, I guess. Doing awesome. Violet Tendies in, nice. Itchy. NorCal Meetup was a weekend. You have to be out of town for work. Oof, that is a shame. Sorry to hear that. Zephyr or CA66? This keyboard is the CA66. If you're asking me like which board should you consider getting, they are pretty different boards depending on what you want or what you're looking for. So that's a big dependerino. What's the stream called again? August Alice Adventures. It is a fan. Is it loud? It's probably pointed at the mic. Let me turn it down. Sorry, I just got home from work. It's warm where I am. It's a fan. I don't have AC on right now. Oof. It's Mr. Mega Adam in the house. Have I ever dropped or damaged one of my nicer boards? Yes, I have. I have. For sure. That's definitely happened. I'm not going to deny that at all. The board I have dropped and damaged is a Norbaforce, which Ryan Norbauer nicely replaced for me, which is really nice. C-Pango 5. Yep, same thing with me. I dropped my Norbaforce on my driveway, getting home from receiving it. I actually have it on the shelf somewhere. Drop day 1. Yeah. MapDev1, thank you so much for Twitch Prime. Adam, stop being so toxic, my dude. Don't be toxic. Don't be like that. I'm trying to post places. I'm going to be putting Holy Pandas in Alice. It's going to be fun. August Alice Adventures. Join. Are those jades? These are in fact jades in this, which I love. Okay, everything's posted where it needs to be posted. I am good to go. Hunky-dory. All is good in the hood. I got Holy Pandas. I lubed these last night, so we can go straight to the building today. Straight to it. Unless you guys want a mail call, which I could do right now as well, which I'll do again tomorrow, because I just got a box. Save it for Thursday. Okay. So, Alice, here you go. Comes in a nice little TGR box. I can't put the box farther away just because my camera is close. So it has these shaped inserts for the curve. Ooh, Nathan Kim got his Alice. What switches she put in? Maybe she put some God M's Nathan Kim spec mod switches in. Got my PCB. I still have my stabs on. I might retouch them. TBD. Yo, Nathan Kim. Would you be interested if I did like a mini 5-unit private group buy for Alice custom foam cut Alice cases? You know what I'm saying? Are you aware of the things that I'm alluding to? That might be really cool. By alluding to, I mean I just said what it was. Here it is, my Alice. So, yeah, let's just take everything out right now. Here we go. Got the Alice. Oof, Olivia's here. Hi, Olivia. I'm going to open some blinds so you guys can hopefully see better. Hey, baby feet. Okay. Hope everyone is having an absolutely wonderful Wednesday, because we are halfway through the week. Is there space in the Alice? For what? So, it's gonna be a fun day, guys. We got this. We got this. There might be. There might be. There's a lot of things I am TBDing about. So you're missing what I'm talking about, but that's okay. I'm just gonna get custom foam cases cut that are, you know, Alice, like a carrying case, like Paddington. Brrr. I might do my own custom sorbothane sheet though. TBD. There is space for a sorbothane sheet, if you're also wondering about that. Let's get to look at these stabs first. If I want to touch them up, or if I'm happy enough with them. I do have a chance now. Hey, Neb. I will touch up the stabs, just my backspace and my left spacebar a little bit. I will PM you with the deets as it gets farther along. Tonight I need to post my sorbothane IC. I know a lot of people have been wondering about the hot deets about that, so I'll definitely need to get that out sooner than later. Gotta move my phone out of the way. This is a rebuild or new out? This is a rebuild. Hi to everyone coming in today. Take care, Olivia. Have fun on the outside. You should have, if you're going outside, you should have fun outside, because, you know, I mean, not sunlight for you probably right now, but the outdoors. The great outdoors. As all the great outdoorsmen used to say. Hey, Funch. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Good to see everyone joining in today. Hope everyone's doing good, because I am going to have fun with this build. I cannot stream at 360p on Twitch until I become a partner, and that's probably not going to happen anytime soon based on our current numbers, but that's just a part of life. You know what I am saying? Start of a 5-day weekend. Oof, that is nice. I wish I had a 5-day weekends. I don't know what I'd do. That sounds like so much time off. Got your first custom punch. What custom did you get? So something I do want to show, LSV3, some thick navy blues. Very, very nice. Something I do want to show off, because most of my streams I'm probably aiming for nowadays is about doing complete rebuilds, or just new builds or rebuilds where, you know, I just have all the parts and I just solder them. So you guys probably won't see it as often be bust out. But, you know, in case you aren't in the know, I have recently obtained the Hawko FR301 with the, I actually have a brand new tip on. I have used this to desolder, and this is the bee's knees. This is amazing, by the way. I got a stand for it and everything on the side of my desk. Absolutely wonderful. Would recommend. 10 out of 10. Let's get started. I'm gonna redo this stab and this stab. What's wrong with the solder sucker that people don't like? Which solder sucker are you referring to? This is the ES120 screwdriver. It is a electric motion controlled screwdriver, meaning I push this button, and if I go slowly, it screws slowly. If I go quickly, it goes quickly. In one direction, and reverse slow the other direction. And because of this, you can adjust it to make sure you don't over torque the screws. It also does have 4 different torque settings, and you can even reprogram the firmware to your own custom torque curves if you're crazy. The old hand sucker and soldering, nothing's wrong with the solder sucker. It's just using an electric one is literally just a better tool in a way. TBH, TBD, IMO. Yeah. Okie dokie, just gotta do this one. For wondering what these little red things are, I do have washers on for the switch so they don't short, for the stabs so they don't short anything. Not that I'd really worry about that with these on this particular PCB, but I have 1600 washers, so why not put them on? Was there a group buy for the Alice or something that you missed? I mean, yeah, there was one a little bit ago, a few months ago that happened, and yeah. No, maybe I should like roll my sleeves up for this, or put like a t-shirt on, but whatever. Why don't I touch up this side? Needs a little bit of work. The extra sale did happen as well. I got mine in the original GB. I was not one of the extra kids. Don't ruin nice work shirt. I go on construction sites with this. It don't matter. Just throw in the wash, you know, on medium, extra soak. I should go shirtless for this. I don't want to get banned from Twitch though. Oof. Button up to a construction site must be important. Hashtag middle management, baby. But not really. I do design work. So I'm in an office, but sometimes I need to go in the field to like look at things. Like if you're on Discord the other day, you saw I had to go on a roof by myself, and it sucked because it was hot. I almost burnt my hand on a tile on the roof. Or just get roasted. True. Something just flew. My stabilizer just flew. Stabilizer? Did I call it a stabilizer, guys? What's wrong with me? What happened to my stabilizer? Honestly, it flew. You're the CAD guy? I do some CAD. Basic CAD. No. Dude, my stabilizer just like flew away, guys. I don't know what to do. Stabilizer. What's wrong with me? I don't know what happened. Like, that was in my hand, then it just exploded out of my hand. I guess I'll look for it real quick. Welcome to Talk Collect Build Chores stream. Things happening. Events. Oh, I'm gonna look on the ground. You're back. Rip Alice stream. Yeah, you know it. Oof. Found it, and better yet, it did connect in where I wanted it to, guys. Ooh. Can I be your dad so you can have some nice keys? I am not old enough. Well, I am not mentally prepared enough to be anyone's father. If I was someone's father, I would still be getting cigarettes right now. What? Don't worry about it. This one, we need to touch up this side. How hyped am I for the NorCal Meetup? I'm pretty hyped. Today I need to send out a lot of emails to people interested in sponsoring and people interested in being vendors at the meetup. I think either next weekend or the weekend after, possibly, depending on when I have free time. I'll probably be going to the Bay Area to scope out the venue in person, for the plan, you know, what tables go where, how I should expect things to be set up, that kind of thing. That's the first. I'll be probably doing that either next weekend or the weekend after. You know, and just working things out with potential sponsors, vendors who want to come and, you know, sell goods or just sponsor by donating things for the raffle and other events that might happen. There might be a soldering demonstration, some, you know, deciding if I want to set up some talks, have, you know, prominent community members talk about different things, you know, like have Hot Talk like he did last year, because that's like he is one of the best speakers in the community when it comes to switches. Or have Nathan Kim talk about, you know, the intricacies of, you know, lubing switches and developing, you know, what is now known as Nathan Kim spec. Those kind of things. Oof. Adam, are you... Megaforce, are you going to the NorCal Meetup, my dude? Are you going to turn up with the best of us? And who here in chat is going to the NorCal Meetup? Definitely curious. Any plans for post meetup? There's always plans for post meetup. Are there like official plans at the moment? No. Usually most of the plans are just handled by, you know, friends, either, you know, people who are good friends online and they'll finally have a chance to meet each other through a meetup. They'll, you know, get food with other people who are friends and friends and friends and awesome stuff like that. Which is always really cool. Those are usually the things that happen in that regard. Okay, you will not be there. SMH, my dude. SMH. You do not have kids to feed. RIP. So it's like $160 for your ticket round trip. So guys, so I go for the 2U or 2.25. Choices. You'd come on the other side of the US. You can make it happen. It's like, what, $400 for a round trip ticket right now? You know, just not buy a custom for a month, you know what I'm saying? And then, bam. Green eggs and ham. What set will I put on this, though, actually, is going to be a big question on deciding which... might fly to go to the meetup. You'll be in Cali anyways. You should. You're 12 and your parents... What are your parents going to say? Your parents will be like, that's cool. Just keyboard people. Paid $326 for a round trip from Logan. I don't know where Logan is, but if it's on the other coast, then that's pretty good. Boston. Oof, that's really good. $326 round trip from Boston to Cali and back. Ooh, that is good. That is good. Flying to Boston can be cheap. Huh. TIL. I think I'm going to stick to the 2U because I just don't know, you know, in the future what set I might or might not put on this. Yeah, I think that's just how it's gonna be. Because not every set has an extra 2.25, you know what I'm saying? Originally, if I did 2.25, I have to take, I think it's fair if I take CMYK off my, you know, Duck Unicorn, but this is kind of beautiful. Right? You know what I'm saying? Apologies, this is going to be your first meetup you ever attended. Looking forward to meeting folks in person. Ooh, that would be amazing. That'll be great. It's always fun to go to a meetup. So yeah, if I do the 2.25, I have to take... Don't break up the precious baby. Exactly. Like, I kind of just don't want to break this up. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is just a great kit as is. The sound's making you feel nice. It's feels and sounds so nice. Okay, I won't break this up. I will use the 2U then, because you never know what set I might end up putting on this. Like a BSP on this, which I could do. Aren't there only 3 of them? No, there's like, you know, like 25, 20, 15 of these unicorns, I believe. There's more than that. It has to be more than that. Hey, Itsun, good to see you. Good to see you. It'll be JTA toxic. Oof. Mega Bulgogi having to switch to YouTube. Yikes indeed. Mega yikes. Alright, let's build her up, Buttercup, as they say. I'm gonna put this away. Bam, put away. This, I'll need to put this away as well. Where's the... I had this, I took it out, so I put the thing down somewhere. I'll just put it over here for now. Next up, I'm gonna need to wipe this down. There we go, wiped down. That's fine. I'll turn my fan up quickly. Since I've angled my fan differently, it won't capture for you guys. I just need to cool down. Let's get to it. Oh, look at that beauty. Look at that. Absolute beauts. So, big, in my opinion, negative. Actually, maybe my memory is wrong and this will fit. This won't fit, will it? It will fit. Yes. Yes. Thanks, Sam, for making this not 2.5, but in fact 3. Region Asian, just confirm you have the day of the meetup and day after off. If anything, my advice, if anyone's traveling to the meetup, you should try having the day before off. Because a lot of people like to hang out the day before the meetup, because most of the day of the meetup is going to be consumed by the meetup and then the after parties, or after events, whatever they may be. Yes, too bad, in fact, these are not of the magnetic variety of screws. Like for the meetup, I'll be doing a Friday to Sunday trip. Coming from Oakland, okay, you're right across the bridge. Oh, I'm right, it's north. Can't really say you're across the bridge because it's San Jose. Oh yeah, the finish is amazing on the bottom of this. Just make sure I don't lose those. I'm just gonna grab. Just gonna drop a tray somewhere else, but not magnetic, but it's still, you know, organizing. Am I planning on bringing any boards to the meetup? I hope so. It's just a 3-hour drive away, so not too bad. I could probably bring like all of my boards if I want to. I might. I don't know. It's kind of hard to decide because like I have a lot of things I actually have to do at the meetup. I don't think you guys don't want to see my boards at the meetup anyways. I guess I'll be responsible and I'll take what the heck, that plate off. Try angle that this camera, the top camera, to a better angle so you guys can see the action a bit better. That should be better. Try to right, this is better, right? Lumina ships for the meetup, that would be dank. Ooh, that'd be really, really cool. Oh, look at this. How beautiful this plate is. Here we go, everyone. Are we ready? Are we ready for this? What switches am I putting in? I'm putting in some Holy Pandas. Which let's get to it. Ooh, just money. Do I have a billion of these things, or I keep desoldering? I desolder stuff. I change things up, you know? You know what I'm saying? So some of these still have pins on them, so I will be using pliers to take out... What switches are you putting in, Huey? Money. So if you're wondering, in case you haven't been following my up-to-date updates on, you know, what I've been up to, you may have remembered that originally this board had ergo clears in it. You might be wondering what's happening with those ergo clears, Huey. Those ergo clears will possibly be going into the Mira, but this weekend I'm planning on making holy chickies, and you know, if those turn out better than I expect them to, those might go into the Mira. So we'll see. You know, we will see. Because I made one and it felt pretty good, even though it was unlubed. It felt unrefined, but I felt like it had potential if I did some work. So okay, let's get going. Just grace this daylight I have. The Namnesty 45. I made skies yet, but retold cherry blues are super nice. What tops am I gonna use on the chickies? Haven't decided. Maybe Milky Gats. I don't know. What are chickies? C-H-I-C-K-I-E-S. Holy chickies are retooled MX Blues, which reason we use retooled MX Blues is because those new retooled MX Blues that Cherry sells have a new leaf, which is the contact leaf on the inside. They have changed that leaf to provide more tactility, and some people in the community have noticed those paired with halo stems create a pretty good feeling switch. So they've called them holy chickies. Why not Switchmaster? Ooh, I don't know if I'm Switchmaster enough to use Switchmaster, if I had to be honest with you, Walker. Wait, we're calling those holy chickies? I don't know what people are calling them. People call them different things. Chickies, holy chickies. Why are you pulling those out? I am pulling out the sip sockets from the pandas because I don't like them. Hey there, duties. Hey, toasty. Are these? No, these are not the cream switches. I'm not cool enough to receive them yet. These are, in fact, holy pandas. You call them holy. I don't want to spend $5 per $5 per switch on a good day. These are the ones from my Mira, indeed. That is correct, smelled it. My Mira will get new switches in the future, either holy chickies or the ergo clears that used to be in this bad boy right here. Yes, they are expensive as brown Alps, but you know what? Unlike brown Alps, they have Keycap compatibility. They should have the sip socket somewhere. Not sure where. What's so great about brown Alps? They're a wonderfully nice tactile Alps. Brown Alps are like probably the closest you can get to Topra, while not actually being Topra, perhaps. It's very round but pronounced bump. Sorry, I got a lot of SIP sockets to take out. Otherwise, I'd be done with this already. When he got 2 Topper boards where I got a custom because I like Topper so much. That is honestly a pretty good choice because Topper is, you know, pretty amazing. Toasty, seriously, what switches are these? These are holy pandas. Seriously. Melody, do you think we'll ever get a second round of pandas? I do not think so. Because those molds were recycled into something else. So, will we get this, you know, this exact switch again? We might get something similar in the future. I don't know, will we get the same thing? I don't know. I don't think. We won't get the same thing ever. Unless they somehow are able to completely recreate those molds. And I don't know if they will. I want me to run it. How is it gaming on the Alice WAS cluster easy to use? Yes, it is. So something interesting. So I'll go over it when I have capsules as well. When I use the WAS cluster right here, okay. So when I type normally, you know, this is your normal typing position like this, right? This is my space bar. This one key here, 1.25 here. When I'm gaming, so everything shifts over. I'm using WSD. My 2U here becomes my space bar instead. So. Nani? People wouldn't want just the leaf to be copied. They probably want the housing, just because the housing produces a very nice tone to it. That's, for example, why, you know, Mr. Chris Wires over in the UK loves using the Panda tops just for the sounds. Because to him, that's like the extra, oh yeah, you know, that he really enjoys. Tried gaming with your thick navy blues, fingers still hurt. Oof. Yeah, Raging Age says Nathan Kim's Fiel spacebar. Listen to Nathan Kim's Fiel with his Holy Pandas. That sounds pretty nice. So, fun fact, I don't have my Fiel, as some of you may or may not know, and I should hopefully have an update picture of my Fiel tomorrow to show everyone on Top Clack. Hopefully sometime next week I'll get my Fiel back in, and I can show you guys how awesome it turned out. Hopefully awesome. Because my Fiel right now is getting powder coated a brand new color. Yay! Monster Zero over on YouTube. New pandas. No, I've these are the holy pandas from my Mira. What color? It was the emerald green that won the poll I posted on Keep Talk. So a wonderful green, emerald green is being applied in powder coat right now. I believe they only have one more layer they want to powder coat. And then once that last layer is applied on, you know, it'll be sent back to me. And I'm really excited. And, you know, with that emerald green, you know, if you guys haven't seen the notice, you know, Kono apparently was having issues this last month with shipping things to like one bad thing after another. But it looks like on their end, everything got sorted out. So hopefully I will be getting my GMK camping soon. And GMK camping with that emerald green? Hello? Oof. Gonna be absolutely amazing, I think. That emerald green GMK camping. You know what I'm saying? I hope you're aware of the things that I am saying, because I think that's gonna be A+ home run in the park option. Will the greens go together? I hope they do. I'm hoping they do, buddy. Thanks, Place Turt, for picking it up, because I was trying to put it down pretty hard there. Like I think it'll work. If it doesn't, you know, no big deal. I'll find another set I can use with it. Maybe something neutral, you know. But hey, that green I think will still turn out like a beaut. It took over half the votes when I put that poll up, so. You know, people who saw that in the other colors are like, yup, that's the green, buddy. Leave no trace, mister. Which is very important if you guys ever want to go visit, you know, any of your local or regional national parks. Keep them clean, keep them beautiful for all the future generation to enjoy. Do you guys have any natural parks near you? I'm a little bit over half an hour away from Yosemite, which is absolutely beautiful park. Love it. Love it. Love that. Are these pandas? These are holy pandas. Yeah. Please don't light them on fire. Yosemite was amazing. Yeah. Hey, Sushi. Good to see you, buddy. Good to see ya. Indeed, Reno. Yosemite was amazing. Would love to go back. How long did you go for? Where did you go in Yosemite? Did you do any hiking or just, you know, nature watching, or just, you know, the trails? Cause there can be a lot to do there. Hey, Ultima Q. Hope you are doing good today. Yosemite number 2 park, but it's close. Oof. For me, it's just convenient because it's like 45 minutes away if I want to go to Yosemite. Like, that's super close for me. There for a day, into overflow camp, snuck in the little hike next day. Good call. Oh yeah, I remember those pics. Yep. Would love to go to Yosemite with HHKB and take some pics. Oof, nice-o. Acadia NP is best, huh? I haven't been to Acadia. Maybe I should go if you're saying it's gonna be. If you think it's the best to Reno, then you know I gotta put those claims to the test, because you know Yosemite is kinda amazing. LZ Ergo versus Alice in Morning Coffee asks, and to that I say, I don't know. I haven't used LZ Ergo that much, other than like the last meetup I went to, I think. So I don't know. I do not. Maine for life. Maine is good. But is it? What do you guys have in Maine? Seafood? I could go for some good seafood in Maine. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't there a Mac OS version called Yosemite? There was. I don't know what the current one's called, but Yosemite is in fact an OS X version. I mean, Apple is based in California, so it's kind of natural they choose very Californian-esque names and their naming scheme of products. Just imagine if Apple's like, OSX Big Bear. That'd be kind of dopey if they did. Okay, all these switches are in. Let me turn one of the lights on. Make my life a little easier. Truth be told. Put the rest of these HPs away. OSX Redwood. That'd be a good one. It'd be cool if they did a tree series of like OSX Eucalyptus. Before I get too deep into soldering, I'm gonna wrong water bottle or I have one open. I'm gonna get hydrated, my dudes. Still waiting on OSX Huey. Same. Pandas were in fact originally Linear's Baxt 14. And Ultima Q, yes. The TGR does look super sick. I guess I should be responsible. Impressive chugging. That's not my first rodeo. How many switches do you need to go through? Alice? I don't know. You can count them right here. And more water than me. Got that thirst going on. You know what I'm saying? Oh, okay. Now another water bottle. I'm good to go. I'm good to go. Ooh. I'm alive, baby. I'm not showing. I'm actually really thirsty. I'm parched. I haven't drank any liquids since lunch. Let's see, I want to adjust it and face it. That is fine with me. Okay. I love this little soldering iron. It's really nice. And I found a new convenient way for my cable to just be here all the time. Did I ever get my stand out or my Egypt? Yep, I forgot. Oh my god, maybe I should take some clothes off. Oh, it's really hot in this shirt, to be honest. Be responsible, I guess. Put some gloves on. You know what I'm saying? Hope you are aware of the things I am saying. What do you use to extract fumes for the solder? When I'm responsible, I have a fume extractor. I don't know if you guys want to see my bad fume extractor. I do have a fume extractor. I usually don't use it, to be perfectly honest. Which is like, why did I get it if I don't use it? Maybe I should use it. Okay, I should have to like take or move this keyboard like out of the way almost completely. Then put it straight under my monitor. Hopefully I don't need to type anything. Hopefully it's not too loud either. Look at me, guys, being so responsible. Where do I get my slaps? All over the place. But really, that's like the best answer. So the power cable is too short, though, is my only issue. Let me figure this out. Maybe I'll put it on this side, then. Hey, bronze bush. Dewey, this is a fume extractor. So apparently it has an intake fan, and then this this little pad of a carbon thingy is supposed to filter out the bad stuff, supposedly. Hopefully it's not too loud. It is on right now. The AC with my ventilation. I usually don't actually have the AC on most days that I work. Turn my heat down actually. I had it at 380 because I was using my hand sucker. I'm turned down to 360, what I'm used to. So let me see. See? Oh, you guys have to use the side cam. You guys have seen the side cam. But you get sucked in. Just like that. You have to use the yeah, top corner cam. See, that's how it works. Sinaz asks, before I started using gloves, how did I avoid hot flux splattering on your hands? I did not avoid it. I lived with it. Can't hear anything? That's good. It's not going to be very effective when I solder on this side of the board, but that's life. So I'm going to do the corner switches first, just so I can make sure that everything is pushed. Why did this fall out like that? Together. Battle scars. You don't really get hot flux flying around that much, right? You shouldn't, at least. Ideally, I want to find a way to mount this on my stand above me. So anything that is solder will go up into that anyways. I'm so not used to using these gloves. I'll do have to push in at the same time, so. Okay. I can solder. But you can just moving to the side though. You guys can kind of see it move to the side because of this. So I guess it is doing its job. 2x3x4 LEDs fit in the indicators. I believe they do because that's what I used. When I want to solder some more boards, don't have anything to solder at the moment. I kind of want to get a new keyboard. Your girlfriend would hate you right now. Oof. Hot flux hits you a couple times a build. Maybe I don't notice it. Maybe I'm just used to it. when I don't have gloves. I don't know. That's not something I notice, like hot fucks getting on me. Oof, look at this. Look at this thing do its work. See if I can move it closer. Just like on top. Right here. Probably not really good for you guys to see, so I'm gonna see if I can move the light. There we go, just a little bit more around. Let's move it this way more. Pad, stop being annoying. There we go. I'm gonna get too much louder, right? When I moved it closer. His handle leather and pain tolerance are very good. I don't think I have a good pain tolerance, to be honest. Now this is like in the way of the camera, but you guys just have to live for that now. Unless you guys don't want the extra lighting. Hey, Ghost Knife 67 in YouTube. Sorry, missed your comment. The soldering iron model. I am using the TS100. It is a big favorite of mine right now. What size tip am I using? I'm using the BC2 tip for the 100. Why no RGB lights? Because I do not have the polycarb bottom. So no benefit for having it. The TS100 is an amazingly great value in my opinion. The tip I use is a kind of a wedge tip, which I really like for through hole, which is, you know, 99.9% of the soldering I do. No, not 99.9, but like 98% of all the soldering I do. I do some SMD work. This BC2 tip, absolutely great. They have kits with like 2 tips nowadays. Uses a standard, you know, barrel style connector that you can get from salvage from a lot of laptops in case you ever needed an extra charger, which is pretty good. How is the big boy desoldering gun treating you so far? Absolutely wonderful. The FR301, absolutely great desoldering gun. I've used it on 2 different boards already, and it's been a joy, a tremendous joy. Heck, I might even use it later tonight after the stream. Or maybe I'll stream it another day. I don't know if people actually want to see me desolder anymore. Alice came with diffuser and RGB. I mean, I do have enough. It is not. It was an option for a diffuser. It was an extra add-on for extra X amount of dollars, and I did not choose to get the diffuser kit. Do diffuser kits affect the feel of boards or just aesthetics? If it's a really thin one, then, you know, in theory, everything does affect the feel. In practicality, if it's, you know, very thin and minimal, kind of like the Alice's one, no. No. So, the RGB photons add some good resistance. That's funny. How do I like XDA? I do not like XDA. Is how I like XDA. It's just not the profile for me. I could do DSA. I cannot do XDA. Oof, Turt is now holy pandas are great. Finally. Hey, thanks, Bronzebush. I think my soldering is just okay, to be honest. I've seen a lot of great soldering jobs. I mean, I don't think I'm a particularly great solderer, but I do, you know, try my best. You feel like you're the only person who likes the XTA profile. I think there's a decent amount of people who do. For example, you know, Canvas sold extremely well. And even though, you know, the looks did carry it, I think a lot of people are interested in, you know, a kind of lower profile aesthetic and feel keycap like that. Because, you know, let's be honest, most typists in today's modern age come from typing on a laptop, you know, a chiclet style laptop. Or a chiclet style rubber dome keyboard, right? That's what most people who don't type on mechanical keyboards usually will type on. And for them, it's very, very similar, and a good transition point. Because sometimes when you have the heavy sculpt of, you know, some keycap profiles, that's almost like going too far into the territory when all they're really used to is something that's, you know, on the flatter side. Getting closer to being done, everyone. Huey, my secret, my secret that I shared today about using a Lenovo rubber dome at work, put you into a mood to protest harsh evil work conditions. It is what it is. It gives me a good sense of humility, you know? It gives me a good sense of humility, I think. I honestly like the look of XDA. The uniformity and slight sculpt makes it look subtle and feel nice. Something that's not super modified to your fingers feels kind of nice. Yeah. Interesting. Oof, Aldrep, you didn't follow yet. I hope you follow when you get a chance, buddy. This is pretty cool keyboard content. Almost done. Feels good, everyone. Like a final stretch. So once we get to the bottom row, it's only, you know, a handful of switcheronis down there. You know what I'm saying? With me there, he told me you couldn't use your plank at work and you're pretty bummed, but it does make you grateful you can come home to a custom keyboard that feels amazing. Yeah, it's nice, you know. It lets you appreciate the custom board or boards that you have even more. It's one of those, you know, BS, you know, stereotypical sayings like, you know, absence makes the heart grow fond or some BS like that, right? But yeah, it is what it is because it's how it is, you know. And we live and we work in these conditions. Sorry, I keep getting my head in the frame when I, you know, hunch over to examine the solder joints. This is a bad habit of me of trying to look up close. I've actually had the only time I've felt, speaking back to the topic of hot flux, I've actually had hot flux like splash in my face before. Funny enough, and I felt it then, but never in my hands. I never feel it on my hands. Okay, in theory I should be good. I should be good. As soon as you join the Top Pack Discord, you cut Rubber Dome's cold turkey. That's good. So in theory I should be done. In theory. Theory is one thing, though. Let's talk about reality. And reality requires me to test a keyboard. Custom with QMK firmware, you don't want any possible security risk being the company if they can prevent it. That is completely fair. To be perfectly honest. Are you allowed to use, you know, your other OEM keyboards, though? Like this a normal plain OEM that doesn't use custom firmware or anything? It's just, you know, normal USB. Also, cool thing I did recently. This is a normal Lindy cable. You guys can get them for really cheap from, you know, China, Amazon, AliExpress, KVD fans. You may have noticed I've made the connector really thin with only heat shrink. It used to come with, you know, a thicker, bulky thing like this. I actually took it off. I just put heat shrink because the original casing wouldn't fit in some of my custom cases because it was too tight. So I took that off. I use clear heat shrink, and now it fits in anything. It's great. It's a cheap cable. that works amazing. Because actually, no, sorry to custom cable makers, but I've had, on average, not the best experience with cables. So, well, my LEDs work still. That's good. Let's open up a program to test all of these keys. Everything works. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Pause scrolling more than buttons. I haven't like decided what I want to use with the side buttons just yet, to be honest, and that's why they are how they are. Let's reassemble this. I wouldn't compare Topra to Ergo Clears if I had to be perfectly honest with you. I think they're all different enough. They're different enough for a different kind of switch. Cause like MX and Topra doesn't really work in terms of comparison. Hold on, I don't know why I'm using my sleeve. Oh, I'm a clean, responsible person, guys. This stream brought to you by... Not brought to you by anything, because I don't know if I'll get in trouble if I say so. But I'm gonna use some kind of cleaning wipe. Wipe this work surface down. Brought to you by Keebs. What are Ergo Clears again? Holy Manager I ask. It is a... I am using a cloth. Ergo Clears are a Cherry MX Clear that is spring swapped with a spring, a lighter spring. Traditionally it is 62, 65, 67, or 78 or 68 or 78 gram spring. Most commonly 62 is Ergo Clear. There you go, Lunar Sama. Not a cloth. Ooh, if you actually see like dirt and dust and debris, you can't, but I can on this. Clean my sleeve with the other side. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Where they fall on the cost scale? Not the lowest, to be honest, just because cherry switches aren't the cheapest a lot of the times. Not horrible though. It's just the cost of cherry clears and springs. And springs are pretty cheap. It's also cost your labor. Hey, Marcy over at YouTube. Good to see you here joining us today. That was the best noise ever. Do it again. You guys like them wobbles? I was afraid it would be annoying, to be honest. A drep. You're desoldering your keyboard. You did 104 in 3 hours because your solder pump keep getting clogged. Should invest in that $10 solder vacuum on Amazon. Do you mean the one that's like a solder tip that has like the little suction bulb at the end? If that's what you mean, no. If your solder pump keeps getting clogged, you should make sure it's completely clean. You should take it apart, lube the O-ring on the inside to make sure there's no extra air. So what that does is allows it, when you use the suction, the pump, it'll have a stronger force of sucking the solder in. Also, you want to make sure that you heat the solder actually a little bit hotter than when you're soldering, because as it gets suctioned in, you want to make it as hot as possible so it stays molten. Because as soon as you put the solder in and suck it in, it starts cooling down really quickly. And if it cools down too quickly, it'll solidify in your solder pump, and that's why it gets stuck. If you look at the on the Top Clack YouTube channel, I put a sped up version of me using a solder sucker to desolder an Exent completely, and I got 0 stuck the whole entire time. So if you watch that sped up video, you'll see. But yes, use slightly higher heat than when you would solder, and when you're doing it, make sure, the solder is very nice and molten, and, you be really, really quick. What I did was, I had one like this, I had my iron like this, and my sucker like this. I had to go solder, suck, just like that. 1 and 2. Right there. What manual pump do I use? I can show you guys my manual pump if you'd like. I can show you a demonstration, actually, a drip, if you want to see what I mean. It took me an hour and a half, about less than an hour to desolder an Exent, which is 65%. It took me like 45 minutes to desolder it. This is it. It's a cheap Amazon blue pump. I call her True Blue. A Drept, it probably is their soldering iron since it's not adjustable. Yeah, this is True Blue. This is what's gonna be solid for over 3 years. Absolutely great. This works really, really well if you know how to use it right. What I was saying though, what you can do is this little rubber ring, if you have any kind of lubricant, use it. Even if you have like Vaseline, right? Apply it, smother it on that ring, so it forms a better seal. So when it suctions up, there's no escaped air, or less escaped air when you don't want it to be. It does make it really dirty, of course, but you get a better suction out of it, which will help. So keep that in mind. But yes, if your solder's getting stuck up here, then that means it's getting too cool before you suck it. That means you can turn your heat higher, or you can be quicker. 1, 2, 1, 2. Just sprinkled 5. Now it's actually, I cleaned it actually, so sprinkled nothing on here, baby. I keep my tools hip hop, tip top condition. But that's how I roll, baby. What was I doing? I was gonna put this together, right? And then I stopped. Why did I stop? Because I had to show you guys something, but that's okay. You swap parts out with another. They die for one another. Oof. Look at that, Alice, guys. Look at that. Look at this finish. This is ever so subtle. TGR in this corner. Just Alice. R-01, round 01 on the top right there. Oof. Oof-tastic. This is the same Alice I built before. I just switched the switches inside. Here we go. Yes, the Rama Q65. It's a new 65 he's been working on for some time, which is going to be pretty cool. It's essentially, not going to lie, the M65A, but the B version, but he didn't want to call it M65B because he wanted to disassociate from the M65 series, which, you know, was commissioned by JChan of Keycap, so he wanted to run it under a new original name. So it's the Koyu, or the Koyu 65. So keycap time. What keycaps should I put on this build? I have a few things in mind I could possibly be doing. I think quite a few of them, quite a few of the options would look pretty good. But as you guys all know, I'm going to clean first before we get to that, because I believe, you know, it's very important that if you are a keyboard builder, you keep things relatively nice, neat, and orderly, and disconnect your headphones while you're moving about. So you guys will watch me clean up just for a few minutes, and after I clean up, then I can put some keycaps on, and then you guys can hear how this kitty purrs, if you know what I mean. Should use 45 gram Topra, switch MX Blacks. Not really used to it yet. 45 gram Topra. No, it's not. I don't think it's heavy. It's definitely in my opinion, at least on the lighter side of things. Of course, your mileage may vary. I think it's on the lighter side. Look at all this like solder and flex resin that I get on these gloves. Turning gnarly so quick, and I think like this normally just gets on my fingers. I'm thinking this weekend I might do a gear video. What are the options, with the layout options for the right shift? 1.5U, 1U, or 2.25? Or 2.75? Clean up all these SIP sockets as well. Best place to buy MX clears. I don't know. This is clean enough. Here's my CA66, which of course, planning on the review to come out this weekend is the hope. Ooh, forgot to turn my fan up. Getting warmer and warmer. Sorry, guys. I already have a keycap set in mind. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna go for it, guys. If this doesn't work, we'll switch to something else, but I think this will be okay. I think this will be okay. It is not lime. It's never lime. Yeah, it's probably won't ever be lime for a while. What keyboard do I use at work? I use a Lenovo Rubber Dome at work. Oof, do I use the blue accent escape enter or the normal beige style ones? This is actually brand new. It's the first time this set's ever been on a keyboard. Like, I just got this set in the other day. This is a brand new. I guess brand new in box, brand new in tray with shrink wrap still on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. I can count. And accent space. I'm pretty sure there's no accent space bar, so I'm not going to be going that. So if I do accents, I do escape and enter option. Is there a reason you don't have a mech keyboard at work? Not really able to. I also don't like bringing it back and forth, to be honest. What set is this? This is True Olivetti. So a fun question to everyone in chat. What key do you hit B with? Because on this keyboard, there's a B key on both sides. You guys ever thought of that? What finger do you hit the letter B with? Right hand or left hand? Lefts. Gotta hit both B's for the maximum B. If I did that, I'd be so ready for the B movie. Gotta get True Olivetti or Hydro for your blue TX6. I think this True Olivetti, or even just normal Olivetti, would look pretty nice. I think they both look Great. On your blue. Only use pinkies on home row. What? What? Well, you guys will see how I type in a second. Or, yeah, you guys will see in a second how I type. I type, not too, oh, to most people kind of odd. I type, if you guys don't know, I type Dvorak layout, not QWERTY layout. Which does look a bit different. Brian says how I type kind of freaks him out. Because my left hand doesn't really move. And he says that's unnatural. He's like, you type like demons. I'm like, what? Oh, no, he doesn't say that. But I'm sure that's what he kind of alludes to. Ghost Knife 67, what would be the next step from MX Blues? You're looking for something a little heavier. If you want something that's also clicky, Gatoron Greens or Cherry MX Greens would be the next step if you do want something heavier in that same vein. But I'd highly recommend looking into Box Jade or Navy, actually. Jade or Navy would be great switches to look into. Clacky Gears, love you some Dvorak. Yeah, more Dvorak homies in the house. Always nice to see more people who enjoy the Dvorak. I like it. I like it. Actually, this, I don't know why I put that there. So am I using accents? This really blue escape enter, or am I using the normal one? Everyone, what do you guys think? Let me know what you think, and I'll see which one we make happen. Nebulant says yes to the accents. Dewey also says yes to the accents. Yeah, Ghost Knife, hopefully our suggestions were good. I would highly recommend Box Whites, Box Pale Blues, Box Jades, Box Navies. Those four, any of those four would be a great next step. If you want to move past MX Blues and you want to stay clicky. Adrept, you thought Dvorak letters were in different places. That's correct. I'm putting the QWERTY layout down, but I don't look at my keyboard when I type, so it doesn't matter. I don't care to waste money on Dvorak sets, because keycaps can be expensive, expensive enough as is, right? So keycaps are expensive enough, as is. I don't need to be spending more money on keycaps. So I actually am against Dvorak kits to a degree. I'm against Dvorak kits if it makes it harder for a normal kit to pass, or like it adds complications to a group buy, which these days really isn't the issue anymore, which is fine. But I just choose not. I just can't reason getting Dvorak when, if you are a Dvorak typist, as Clacky, after you've learned it, you don't look at your keyboard anymore. So I just had the colors on for looks. You gotta save money with my keycaps. I do have one Dvorak set though. Oof. Where's my last control so I can be in control? So I need to decide what to put here. Right now I just have print screen, scroll lock, pause. It's kind of pointless, to be honest. Try to put page up, page down, and FN, and then FN page up is home, FN page down is end. You know what I'm saying? I think you are aware of the things I am saying and alluding to. But for now, I'll put these keycaps. What program? Wait. Lower priority? I think it has to be supported. Yeah, you can program you can have your Windows settings to be Dvorak. When I'm here, I do this shouldn't be. This is the wrong key. That's why I'm confused. I do Alt Shift to switch between QWERTY and Dvorak. So when I play video games, I'm on QWERTY, and then when I hit Alt Shift, I'm typing in Dvorak, and that's how I do it on a snap. And it's done in Windows, so it's across all applications. So you guys will see in a moment how it looks when I type once I put these keycaps away, because I am finished putting these keycaps on. I just dropped a keycap or two. I should pick those up before I lose them. Just the one it looks like. Okay, so let's get this show on the road. As I'm quickly losing light, and I didn't put on my big light unless you guys want me to, which I can. It does look good. I think the accents were a good choice that you guys made. I got my LEDs always on the side here. Oof, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Is everything. I'll have a typing sounds up sometime later. So let's, do you guys want to hear how this sounds? Let me just do this real quick, and I'm gonna give you guys one of these, okay? And let me just turn the music off. I'm gonna pause the music for y'all. Turn my fan off. Doing it just for y'all. Just for y'all. Hey, Voman, I got some holy pandas that are lubed holy pandas in here. I don't know if these are as good as Nathan when he does it, but here's mine. You guys can see in that corner camera. I got some typing action from the side. As you see the top. I'm gonna try. I actually haven't typed on this for like a week, so I might be a bit slow. And if that's the case, I am sorry. I did use my 1514 at 3204 combo because that's just how I roll, baby. Ah, so slow. Come on, we stop messing up. Ugh, that was bad. I need to get used. I've been using my CA66 for the review, so I keep hitting the wrong key for backspace when I'm making mistakes I shouldn't be making, which then makes me even slower. Ah. Okay, that was better. That was a lot better. That was a lot better. Yeah, I link this is keyhero.com as Voman put down. I like this typing site better because like it's not like Type Racer is another main one most people use. That one just spits you random words, while this one like gives you like passages. It gives you quotes and things. Oh, Type Racers have quotes and stuff. That's good. Oh, think of 10 Fast Fingers. You are right. You're extremely right. I like this one because it's nice stats. You see on the screen, green is where I speed up. The reddish pink is where I slow down. It shows me my mistakes. And actually on the page, let me see if I can just really quickly just show you guys. You guys can't see on my screen because I cut it off for space reasons. But I'll actually show you a graph of your recent scores, and once you have more of them down, or if you have it logged in, it'll actually track an average over several tests. Which, if I keep typing for a little bit, I'll actually, in a few tests, I can show you how it tracks your accuracy and other scores and stuff, which is really cool, which is why I really, really like this site. I just like the stats of this. It's like totally unnecessary, but it's like really cool to see where you speed up, where you slow down. Because sometimes people fall into patterns where, like, there's some letter patterns you can type really quick, like some three letter patterns. Whenever like those pop up in text, you're like, oh, got it. But sometimes like a weird word that has like a weird pattern you don't type as often gets to you, and you're like, oh, what was that? Hey, ask all the questions you want, Adreps. Feel free. One last question about Topra. Do you like HHKB or Realforce TKL? You like a Topra board to be one thing to bring around? Do you think TKL is small enough to bring around? Whether it's small enough to bring around is up to you. I think both of them are pretty easy to bring around. I love Topra. I love both of those boards, but for different reasons. If you don't want to do that much work, if you want to just buy a board, bring it to work back and forth, if you're willing to bear with the TKL's weight, gonna be great. Gonna be great. The HHKB, pretty good, but stock, I don't think the stock is actually that great. I think the HHKB will always need to be lubed, to be really decent, really good. So yeah. What's my work pretty on a normal layout? What's a work? I don't know, because I type layouts all the time. Usually I'm around like 115 to 125 on most all keyboards I own. So not bad. Yes, I usually will always break in a new keyboard before lubing it. The next keyboard I'm going to lube is, you guys might have known, if you guys have watched some of my previous content, I recently got these very, very wonderful exclusive Gatorons that the stems are this absolutely beautiful sunsets, orange color, sunset yellowish that I absolutely love. I've been typing on these for quite a bit recently. And I'm going to be lubing these pretty soon, usually for about actually a week and a half, almost 2 weeks now, just stock. And I'm going to lube these, and I'm really excited to see how these turn out lubed, because I did something different, something very similar with my Revo Whites, and the Revo Whites turned out really, really, really well. How do the exclusive GATs compare to the Revo Whites? I will tell you after I lube this, because I think it's for Gatoron, I'm gonna say honestly linear clones, because they're all kind of just take a Gatoron linear, put a different spring in it. You know, I think it's best just to compare them how you like them lubed. So I will have a better opinion on that once this is lubed, because my 910, which does have the lubed Revo whites, that's been lubed. I can't do a 1-to-1 comparison just yet. Any last questions before I wrap up the stream today? Because this was a fun stream. You know, you guys gotta sat through and watch me build this up. I'll do a few more typing tests and see if there's more questions coming in. Morning Coffee, thank you so much for tuning in. What's the board with Honeywell? That was an X60. Yeah, so slow. Do I know anyone that uses Halo clear stems versus Vice Trues? You mean versus Trues for aesthetic purposes? No. I don't think aesthetic. I mean, this aesthetic in terms of aesthetics, no. What's the name of the IC follow-up to the K-type? It is the retype. It's RE:type. You think you've gone a really big rabbit hole that is mechanical keyboards? Yeah, you probably have. You probably have. There's so much. It's kind of like, you know, it's almost like car culture where like there's so many mods people like to do. People like to show off certain things. People like to pay attention to details that maybe even only they would notice. Like, you know, who Breezy was asking, you know, hey, you know, which is true. Some people actually match their stems for aesthetic purposes to their keyboard or caps, even if no one will see it, because you'll have keycaps on top of it. But it's like those small details you can invest in that really bring out this hobby, and a lot of people really enjoy doing things like that. Oof. True. There's a big part of you that wants to buy everything right now, and that's why a lot of people say, you know, this hobby is it's a trap. You know, it's a deep rabbit hole, and when you jump in, yeah, you feel it. You really do feel it. Yeah. Well, for everyone, you know, if you haven't joined the Discord, links down below. Feel free to join. Top Clack, we have a wonderful show every Thursday at 6 p.m. Pacific, where my co-host Brian, also known as Quakeums, we go over the weekly news in the community. You know, what's been happening for interest checks, group buys, interesting events that's been going on. We talk about them. We will have a guest tomorrow. Stay tuned to find out who that is, because that's going to be a really fun time. Last episode was our 2-year anniversary, and if you haven't caught the VOD of that, you know, go to our YouTube channel, link down below, subscribe if you haven't. We have a ton of other content. You know, I upload, both Brian and I upload videos of how our keyboard sounds every now and then when we have time. Reviews, I do have a review coming out very soon on this keyboard, the CA66, so that will be hopefully coming out this weekend, which will be a fun review to show to everyone. More reviews, more content coming up on Top Clack. Thank you everyone so much for joining us. Hope to catch you tomorrow if you can, or check out the VOD. And, you know, if you can't catch the VOD for the show, you know, we always have an audio on demand option, the AOD, on our Podbean site, which you can find on our website in case you want to download any of our talk shows and listen to them on the road or on your commutes. With that, I hope everyone has an absolutely wonderful evening, morning, afternoon, or night. Take care, everyone. I hope to see you all soon.